Good day everyone, my name is Danny Wong and I'm the Tech Support Engineer from SuperGIS Technical Support and Training Center. Today our topic is Manage SuperGIS Server, which in today's lesson we're going to go through the introduction of SuperGIS Server 3.1a, talking about post-setting and installation of server environment. Also, we're going to go through the steps to publish your GIS website, including create a map project with SuperGIS Desktop, to publish service via the Server Manager, and to create a website with the map service. In the final part, we're also going to talk about the cache map generation, which is going to use the SuperGIS Server map cache tool, or with the SuperGIS Desktop Cache Generator to generate a cache map file. So what's a SuperGIS Server? A SuperGIS server is actually the comprehensive server-based GIS software which is designed for giving the user ability to create, manage, integrate, and distribute a variety of GIS services. Which you can see within this picture, we can include the map data, the geodatabase, the GIS objects, GIS services, which are going to go through and publish by the SuperGIS server into the cloud, which the different devices like the mobile devices or the desktop or the web service could be connected into the SuperGIS server. So with the SuperGIS server, you can centrally manage a large quantity of geodata and image to reduce the cost of the data storage and enhance the security of the data. Also, it allows you to integrate the geographic information from different GIS servers to be easy to use and intuitive GIS services. Also, with the SuperGIS server, you can share your collection of geographic information over corporate intranet or internet. Some key features to the SuperGIS server include the server management tool, the GIS web services, various client applications, create cache map with the cache map tool, and support all the extensions. This is the SuperGIS Server Manager. It is a complete management tool with the web pages. It is very easy to use, and directly you can publish your various type of GIS services. You can create GIS website, and also you can manage the setting of the SuperGIS server itself. Administrator can log into SuperGIS server through the internet browser with any computer to manage and maintain the server with ease. The SuperGIS server also support various of the GIS service like a map service, feature service, geoprocessing service, KML service, and some of the OGC standard service. The map service, which is the basic GIS service type, allows users to navigate the map in front-end applications. It also allows users to query and the attribute of each layer. The feature service is a GIS service that allows users to edit the features, and it support to edit the feature and attribute data with front-end application through the internet, which is actually web pages or some of the devices or the applications. The geoprocessing service is support to utilize the function of the SuperGIS toolkit, which is very useful, and users don't need to write any of the code. You can simply just utilize the different function from the SuperGIS toolkit, and user can define the functions and workflow with the process designer, which you can see it is actually this picture. An OGC service which support the KML, WMS, WCS, WFS, and WMTS. So, with the variety of the web service supported, we also support different kinds of the client application to access the service published by the SuperGIS server, like web browser, which you can use it with the Chrome or an Internet Explorer or the Firefox. And with the desktop GIS, you can use the SuperGIS Desktop or ArcMap and some of the other GIS desktop GIS software. and also the mobile GIS like a SuperPad, SuperServe, and also the SuperGIS mobile viewer. And SuperGIS Server also support to create the map cache tile. The map cache tile can be generated on demand, and it is you can simply just pre-process before you publish a service. And it is very useful and support to smooth the cache images, and it support to create various format of the cached imagery, which you can see it is actually we're now supporting the PNG images and the JPEG images. And also we allow user to create their own cache file using the SuperGIS Server map cache tool. It is actually an independent map cache tool, and you can generate cache map by specifying the layers and the scale, and all the administrator can manage the map more flexibly and efficiently. And also we provide the function to create the tile pack, which is going to effectively make the hard drive, the usage of the hard drive more efficiently. And you can, administrator can also complete the data deployment more efficiently, which will be we're going to demo this part demonstration in the last part of our today's lesson. And also SuperGIS Server, it provides the extension. We provide different extension to enhance the analysis capability of the SuperGIS Server, which you can see on the screen. This is actually a spatial analysis extension, so you can do some other calculation with the raster file or with some other spatial data. So the final we're going to talk about is system requirement. You can see that it's very easy to reach the band of the system, and it's very useful. And it is also basic on the Windows Server, which you can use the 2003 or R2 or 2008 or the R2. And the IA has to be 5.1 or higher, and also you will need the .NET framework. Now this is today's demonstration and lesson about the managed SuperGIS server. The first part we're going to talk about is actually the preparation. The preparation before starting our publishing, it is very important, and you have to manage the IIS installation and the firewall setting, and also you have to set about the server-side provider and the container. The IIS installation and firewall setting, it is very critical before you start to use the SuperGIS server service. And also you're all going to need to set up the ASP.NET setting, and the management tool was the IIS will be shown up after you install the IIS service. And also if you have some setting about the Windows firewall, you may need to manage about the firewall as well. So to install the IIS manager, you can open up your server manager, which you may be noticed in today's demonstration, and also with our slide that the environment we're going to talk about is actually based on the Windows Server. So if you're using Windows 7 or maybe Windows Vista or Windows 8.1, it is going to be a little different. So you might have to check our help file, but we recommend you to manage and to install and to manage and to use our SuperGIS server in the Windows Server environment, which could be 2003 or 2008 or with the 64-bit R2 environment. So within the server environment, you can simply open up the server manager and to click on the role and to add a new role about the IIS manager, which you can see you can simply just select the server role, and you can simply just click on this one, the web service server IIS, and you can see if you haven't installed, you can click on it and select the install, which I have already. You can see I have already installed it. And after you click on the button, you can have to also check all the items in the application development and the management tool, which include all the IIS component we're going to need. And this is very critical, and you have to make sure to install them all. And after that, you can simply just you will see the IIS manager will be displayed in the lower part of the rows. You can simply see this. This is going to be a web server, which is the IIS, and it's going to show up the manager. And also, if you have some trouble with your, you have to open up some of the port or some of the settings, and you can also turn it allow the World Wide Web Service, which is HTTP service, and you have to make sure that you allow the HTTP service to pass through your firewall. And this part where it is also a very critical part, which you have to make sure that the permission of the subdirectory, you have to make sure that the default app pool has to be selected, has to be to add into the security properties. This is very important. So all the folders, including the config folder and the map cache folder, and you have to make sure them to pass through. You have to make sure the security has this part. So that's just we're going now to move on to our real machine, and I'm going to show you about what I've just mentioned. So now you can see this is our remote server, which you can see, and it is very important, which you can see that I have already installed the web server IIS, which is an IIS server. If you haven't installed it, you can simply tap on the role here, and with the so sorry, it's going to be a little slow. Yeah, okay, now you can see that if you need to add a new role, you can simply tap on this button, add roles, and you can simply skip this and select the IIS here, which I have already installed. And after that, you will also going to make some config with your Windows firewall, which you can check out here. And you can simply, I have already just turned it off, and you can simply just have that the HTTP service to pass through. And after that, you have to make sure 3 different folder you have to manage about the security properties, which is actually you have to enter after you install the IIS service. You can simply enter the inet pub this folder in this, and C drive will be appeared, and you have to make the www root. You have to enter, you have to change the security, you have to manage about this, and just as the site says, you have to add in the default app pool into the group, and also allow the full control and modify and all the permission for the for this folder. And one is going to be the www root, and another is actually the map cache. The map cache file will be stored in this folder, so you have to allow the permission about this, and also you will have to enter the server here, which is going to be here. You can find out the CFG file, and also you have to manage about the permission, the security properties about this folder, which the detailed setting will be shown in our help file. You can simply just check it and go step by step with our help file. And after you install the IIS service, you will find out the web server, which is IIS. The management tool will be shown here, and you can tap on it. Will be the Internet Information Service, which is the web service manager will be shown up. Now back to our slide. Now we're going to talk about the post installation. What is a post installation? It is very critical steps after you install the SuperGIS server, and you have to start up the provider and install the container service, and to start the container service, which you can simply just tap on the open up by the start menu and entering the SuperGIS server, and select the SuperGIS Server post installation. And after you click on it, you can simply just tap on the Setup Provider button here, tap on it, and it will set up the map cache file, which is the provider, automatically. And after that, you can simply tap on the container here, which you have to tap on the install button and start. And so you will now find out that the SuperGIS Server container will be running, and it will also finish the post installation. So now I'm going to show you in the our server here. Okay, so I'm going to close this. So to finish the post installation, after you will also have to verify your license by the license verifier, and after that you can simply enter the SuperGIS Server here and select the SuperGIS Server post installation, which you can see with this little window. I have already set up the provider, which is going to be a C map cache. This is our provider. This is going to store all the cache map or the map cache file with this folder. And also you can see my container has been running. And if your first time to do this, remember to press the install button and stop and start, install and start, and you will see this status will be running. And if you want to refresh, you can simply tap on this button. Now I'm also going to show you how to find this service with your server manager. So if you tap on your server manager here, and now you can see this is your the IIS server we just mentioned. In the configuration here, you can find out the service. And now you can see a lot of the different service with your server environment. And now I'm going to select here. Now you can see the SuperGIS Server Cache service, this is a provider, has been set up and start. And the SuperGIS Server container, which is a container, it will automatically start. And so if you want to reboot or the different service, you can also use this server manager to reboot or to stop or to start it. Now we're going to back to the slide. Now we're going to talk about the steps to publish your GIS website, which is very the very basic function of the SuperGIS server. In this part, we're going to create a map project with the SuperGIS Desktop, and after that, we're going to publish the service via the server manager. And the final part, we're going to create a website with the map service, which you can actually to see the result of your service has been published. So the first part, to create a map project with the SuperGIS Desktop, you can see our format will be SOR format or the SGD format within the SuperGIS Desktop. Also, you can contain different layers. Multiple layers will be allowed, and all the setting in the SOR or the SGD file, such as the symbol setting or the layer order, will also be published, as well as same as the project file you have made, which you can see if as you finish all the design and all the symbology of your project or your map project, you can simply tap on the file on the SuperGIS Desktop and select Save As, and to save the SGD file. Now I'm going to show this part, which you can see. I'm now going to switch here. Now I have already built up. Now you can see that I have already built up my map service, which is actually, you can see this is the nature maps. So I'm going to zoom in a bit so that you see the detail about this project, which you can see I contain a lot of the different layers, including the raster file. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. You can see there are some shade with the different country and the different order. Okay, so I'm going to back to the map extend here. So this is going to be my I have already finished the modify of the different symbology and the different layer, the layer order. So as you finish it, you can simply just tap on the file here and select Save As. So now you can see, yeah, I have already saved this one. I'm going to save it again as the US Nature Map 2 here, and press Save. Now you can see that my SGD file has been saved, which is actually here. I'm sorry. Yeah, here. Okay, you can see that the SGD file has been saved within this folder. Now I'm going to back to the slide here. Now after you finish to create your SGD project folder, you can simply just, the first time, you can open up the SuperGIS Server Manager. The first time as you open up the SuperGIS Server Manager is very critical to set your username and password. The first time the name and the password you enter the first time will be the administrator username and the password. So you have to be very careful and to enter it with to remember what you have entered. And after that, you can simply press on the Publish Map Service here. It will allow you to, it's a quick menu, to publish a map service and entering the different detail of your service, and select Publish. And once you've finished, you can simply see the published service, the list of your published service, which is here. And also, if you want to edit about the config, you can simply tap on the map service and press the config button. It is very useful to setting up the different details, the different function about your map service, which you can see as in today's demonstration. We're going to create a map service with the map cache service. So you can simply just tap on the use cache that you define below and define the different setting of the scale of the level. And as you do it, the cache service of the server will automatically product the production of the different cache map services and the cache map images within the map cache folder, which you can see as this. You will automatically generate the region and also with the different scale of the cache images. And also, if you want to check about the status of your cache service, you can simply open up the log file of your cache service, which I'm going to show you in the later on demonstration. So now I'm going to head back to our server here. As you can see, I have already finished my SGD file here, the project file here. So now I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm going to enter in the SuperGIS Server Manager. If your first time open up, you can simply just tap on the Start menu here, All Program, select the SuperGIS Server, which you can tap on it. You will find out it will be a link, a hyperlink to your default browser, which allows you to click on it, and this is SuperGIS Server Manager. So as you click on it, you will open up the web control pages, which is at least it's going to be a web-based management tool, and it will be placed in your local host. So the first time, you have to remember that the first time you're entering the username and the password will be the administrator username and password, which I'm going to log in here. Okay, so if you finish it, tap on the login. So it will find out, it will open up the welcome pages. Welcome to the SuperGIS server. And this is going to be a quick menu that allow you to publish the different map service or to create the GIS web application. And maybe some of you will be will need to know about that. If I simply just forgot the password or the username, is there any way to do rather than to reinstall the server. Yes, it is a way that you can simply just modify the config file of the server, which you can enter in the server file, the SuperGIS and the server, and entering the bin here, the config, which you will see that the container, the provider server here, which you can see here, and add it with the notepad, which you can see with this add key here. You can see this is my admin, this is my ID of the administrator, which if you forgot your administrator ID and the password, you can simply just delete this line and reboot the server again. So you will allow you to set up the ID and the password again. Okay, now we're going to back to our manager here. So now, since I have already finished my SGD project, I'm going to publish a map service with it. So you can simply tap on it, and you can see this will be a list. This will be a list that the service has been published. I have already published one service with this server, and to add a new one, you can simply just tap on the Add button here. Tap on it, and give it a name. Like I'm going to be a demo 01, and also the name and the title. So I'm going to place it just same as the name. And the document here, you can simply tap on the browse button, and to find the SGD file you have just saved. So it will be here. I'm sorry. Okay, SGS demo here. Web course topic 5. Oh, too fast. Okay, here. Now you can see I have already saved this SGD file for my map service. So I'm going to simply tap the Done button. You can see the path of the SGD file will be automatically shown in the document button here. And if finished, simply just tap on the Publish button. Tap on it. So you can see this is the service we have just published. And if you want to add about the config, the detail of this service, you can simply tap on the config button here. Tap on it. So now you can see this is the detail of this service, which now I'm going to open up to use the cache that I defined below, which is going to be a cache service. I'm going to allow it to be a cache service. And so now you can see there are you can select between the different extent. The extent will be editable, and also the smoothing and the image setting will be editable. And the very important part is actually the cache scale definition, which I'm going to use in suggestion. We also provide different preset you can use, and like here I'm going to use suggestion here. I'm going to use just 5. So it will suggest me 5 different scale definition, which you can see within below. And if you don't need it, you can simply just remove or to add the different scale you need. And after that, you can simply tap on the Done button. So now you can see the cache will be a little mark that it is allowed. This service will support the cache service. Now we're going to head back to our slide. Now we're going to show you how to create a website with the map service. We have already created a map service. So now we're going to actually use Ultra website key features. The Ultra website, which contains some of the key features, including this is built by the HTML and the JavaScript. And it contains a lot of the different tools, including the basic map and some of the control tools, the identify function, the attribute query, the layer control, measurement tool, and also you can customize it by the JavaScript API with the SuperGIS Server provide. And also they support the cache map, which is very important that I'm using the cache map service today. And it also allowed it would also support the feature editing. which contain different a lot of the different tool with the website itself. So now you can see that this is the step to create a website using the server manager. It is very simple to use. You can simply just tap on the application to create a web application and select the Ultra. We're going to use Ultra today. And also in the SuperGIS server, we support different web application, including the Flex, which is actually the website will be built by the Flash, and the Silverlight, which is actually a .NET environment. And also user can publish a KML service or some of the OGC web services. So if you're in today's demonstration, we're going to use the Ultra website, which is built by the JavaScript, and select create. And with this pages, you can simply enter in the name and also select the different map service which available, and hit and select the next button and hit the done button. It will automatically generate the web pages, and so you will you don't need to enter in any codes or modify any of the things, and it will be very useful to build up a web mapped site, and to show up and to show and to you can examine the map service you just published. So you can see if after publishing the website, you can see the map service within this frame, and including the different tool, including the different toolbar and all the layer you have just published. So now we're going to head back to our server here. So now we can see that I have already published a service here. I've already published it. So now the most important thing is to build up a web application, which is actually a web page. So I'm going to select the application button here. So you can select between different layout and actually the different core of the web application, which is this is going to be a Flex pages. It's going to be the Silverlight, or you can publish the KML or the OGC web service. And today we're going to use in the Ultra, which is based on the JavaScript framework. So if I select this one and hit the create button, now I'm going to name my web pages, which I'm going to be it can be different with your map services. Like I'm going to hit it with okay, web ports 01. Okay, this is going to be the name of my website. And here I can select between different map services, which I have just published. It's a demo 01 CFG, and hit the support map cache to turn it on. And after that, you can simply tap on the next button. It will tell you the detail of the service you have just entered. And if you finish that, this is okay, you can simply hit the done button. It will show up a little window that tells you that it is okay. So I'm going to hit OK. Now if you want to check your website, you can simply just click on this URL, or you can find out with the IIS server, IIS management tool, which is right here. So now you can see with my computer, the different sites contain this one. Okay, so you can see the web core 01. This is the pages I have just published. So if you want to preview, you can simply click on the content view here. So it would automatically generate these different folder, which contain the script, JavaScript folder, and some of the images, and also the most important, the HTML file here. So if you want to check it, you can simply tap on here and select browse. Now you can see this is going to be a loading of our web pages. Okay, so now you can see this is the map frame. This is going to be because the different layer I'm using is going to be a little big, so you can simply just tap on it. So now you can see the our map cache tool will be generate all the different layer I'm using. So you can see this is going to be layers also cached, and also including the raster file. You can see with the different scale. So you can find out there are going to be only 5 different scale within this map service, because I have defined it as the 5 different scale, which you can see with the service here in this part. If you want to check it, you'll find out the scale definition will be 5 here. So it will only be 5 different scale within this map service. It will be a little slow at the start your pages has been built, because the map cache tool behind your server has to generate all the cache cache images to be displayed within this website. Now we're going to head back to our slide. Now the final part, we're going to talk about the cache map via the map cache tool, which is we're going to generate the cache file, the cache map or the cache file manually by ourselves. So why do we need the map cache tool? It is actually a tool that helps us to generate the cache map by specifying layers and the scales, which you can generate the cache images with the different folder, or you can generate with a simple one STC format map cache file, which is a tile pack. And it is very important that it provides the tile pack function, and so the administrator can manage the map more flexibly. You can simply move around a bit, and also the data display will be more efficient and correct. It will save the time to rendering the different, like a vector or the raster data set or some of the labels. So it will be pre-cached and before you use the map service. So it will display, the server will display the images more faster if you generate the map cache. And also some of the spatial languages or the symbols that some of the time it won't be display correctly. So if you generate the map cache before you do it, rather than to use the map cache service automatically, you can simply generate this and to publish the service. So it will, all the special languages or the symbols will be shown more correctly. And it is also the complete data deployment will be more efficiently. That is, if you generate the map cache with a single STC tile pack, it will help to prevent files misuse. That when you're moving around the different map cache, it would lower down the rate that the different file will be misused or to be missing. Also, it will make the hard drive space to use more efficiently. So with the server, with our SuperGIS server, the map cache tool in it allows user to create a cache map manually, and it could be generated as individual folder or in the file, or by a tile package, which is actually a SCC format. So in this part, to use the map cache tool, the first step is very important, to stopping the cache service. You can simply just enter in the server manager, and to stop this one, which is the SuperGIS Server cache service, which is a provider, you can simply just stop it, and so the server won't automatically generate to cache the different images, which allow us to generate the cache map or the cache images manually. And as you finish it, you can simply just open up the map cache tool and to load the CFG files, and load it up, and you will it will show up all the scale list and the layer you're using, and so you can simply just start to generate the cache. Right, and after that, if you can also select between different options. That in the test mode, we allow user to create individual folders and file, which is just same as the default setting. And also we allow user to create a simple package file, which is now is the STC format file. And it also allows user to pack the current folder and file, or to unpack it. It is also allow users to define the background color. If you want to define the background color, you can also select between different color of your background. And after that, you can also select the size of the basic section. And after all the settings done, you can simply just hit the Start Generating Cache button to begin the process. Now there's a different way to generate the cache map. We also allow user to create your own base map by the SuperGIS Desktop Cache Generator, which is also going to generate the STC cache map file, which is the tile map for the SuperGIS server to use. But you have to be very careful that the SuperGIS Desktop Cache Generator can only generate the STC base map tile file. It cannot generate the individual file and the images. So the usage of the SuperGIS Desktop Cache Map Generator is quite the same as the server, as you set up the different scale definition and the extent, and you can also select between the PNG format or the JPEG format. And after that, you can simply just also allow you to set up a little bit about the different detail, like the background color or the size of the basic section. And after that, you can simply generate the STC file. Right. Then after you generate the STC file, you can simply load in the STC file, and you can set up. You can also use the SuperGIS Desktop to preview the STC their properties, which going to be shown in the following demonstration. And the final part, if you want to use the STC file which generate with the SuperGIS Desktop, you can simply just change the name of the STC file exactly as the same the service you want to use in the server, and you can simply put it in the map cache folder, or if you already have the CFG file in the map cache folder, you can delete it and replace it with the new the tile file with the same name as the service. And if your service hasn't been published, you can also simply place your tile file in your map cache folder and publish a service which all the settings, including the name, the map extent, the scale, and all the other settings, just as same as the tile format been generated, and so the STC file will be automatically used when you publish a web application via this service. Which you can see, you can simply just place the map cache in the map cache folder here, the STC file, and you can simply just publish the service, or to just the same service and the same name as the cache map settings. Which you can see here, I placed the CM test 03 STC here. So I'm going to publish a new service with exactly the same name and exactly with all the same settings. So the service will be automatic to use this STC file as you create the web service. Now we're going to Now I'm going to back to our server here. So this is the second part. We're going to show you how to generate the map cache file. So I'm going to generate this part, which is you can see this is a different SGD file I have already set up. It is also all the world, which is the urban map, which show up the urban area of our whole world. So I'm going to publish this project with our server, and after that I'm going to show you how to use the map cache tool to generate the cache file to use by the server. So now you can see this file has also been saved. So I'm going to head back to our server environment. This is our former website. So I'm going to back to the servers here. Now I'm going to publish another service with this, and before that you have to make sure that if you want to use the map cache tool, you have to make sure that the service of the SuperGIS server, which is here. The SuperGIS server cache service, you have to stop it. You can see this is now it is started, so I'm going to stop it. Okay, so it will be stopped. And also the properties you can mention about that if you don't want it to automatically start, you can simply select the menu here and hit the apply. So it will only be start up on demand. Now you're ready. So now here I'm going to back to here and add up a new service. We can hit the add button here. So this is going to be a demo 2. Okay, demo 2. Okay, the document I have been placed within the here, which is this one, the world urban map. So press the down button and hit the publish. So now you can see that our service has been published. And also I'm going to enter in the config here and open up to use the cache that I defined below. This is also going to be a cache map services. And this time I'm going to use this one. I'm going to suggest only 3 due to the time limit. We don't have a lot of time to allow our map to cache a lot of the different area. So I'm going to only to suggest 3 different scales. And after that, if you finish, tap on the done button. So also you can see my demo 2 here, the service here. The cache has been checked. So this is the service that allows our website to use the map cache service. And now you have to remember that we have just stopped the map cache services automatically. We have stopped it, so we have to create our cache map by our hand. So if you check your computer here and check the map cache, so now you can see there are the demo 2 CFG here. This will be empty because you have just stopped the service, so it won't generate the cache images automatically. So we're going to build up this cache file by our hand. Now before that, you can also simply just build up the I'm going to build up the website to check our result. So I'm going to publish also an ultra here and select the demo 2, support the map cache file. So just the same to the map cache. Okay, to finish it, so I'm going to finish this website. Okay, as you finish, now you can I'm going to open up the map cache file, map cache tool here, SuperGIS Server, the SuperGIS Server map cache tool. This tool will allow us to generate our cache file by our hand manually. So the first part you're going to do is to hit the open button here. So it will automatically find the SuperGIS Server config file, which is I just published. It is a demo 2 CVG here, and open up. So it will automatically load in all the details of your service, so you won't need to change this about. And because I have already said about the scale this with a 3 different scale, so you won't have to change it. Or you can clear all or to select. Now with this part, you can also change the storage, which is here. Okay, it will be also be automatically set up, so you won't have to change it anyway. And in the task mode here, you can select between to create the individual folder and file or to create a single package file, which I'm going to use here. And all the settings, I'm going to use this as a default. And after that, you can simply just hit the start generating cache. So you will see the scale of the different scale will be processing, and it will divide into different divide all the map with a different section, and to generate different images file, separate image file, and also it will be packed into the SCC format, which now you can see that has been finished. It takes 18 seconds. So now you can see this is our SCC file here. You can see that, this one. Okay. Now after that, if you want to make sure that the website, we're going to use the map cache, the SCC tile format, to use this as the as a base map. You have to make sure that you reboot, restart the SuperGIS server container, which is here. You can see it within the services and find the SuperGIS server container, and to restart the service. Also, you have to lower down a bit and find out the World Wide Web publishing service here, and also you have to restart it. Now, okay, now we're going to back to the IIS manager and refresh here. So now you can see this is our website we have just created. So now we're going to browse it. So this is the pages. So you can see this is going to be a very fast cache. You can see. So it will be very fast because you have already created the cache file. So it won't need to take a lot of time to generate the different cache images automatically. So you can see this is going to be a very fast world map. So you can see this is the map I have just created. Now we're also going to back to the SuperGIS Desktop here. Yeah, as you can see. So as you can see, this is the map file, the project file I have just made. So I'm going to demonstrate how to use the cache generator with the SuperGIS Desktop, which I'm now going to zoom in a bit to the Africa here. Now, okay, you can see this is the place I want to build up a cache file. So if you're okay with that, you can simply just right click on the toolbar to open up the SuperGIS Cache Generator, which is here within the SuperGIS Desktop. And to generate the SC file with the SuperGIS Desktop, you can simply tap on the Cache Generator here. And now you can simply just enter in the different scale definition, which, okay, I'm going to generate 4 different layers. Right. And also I'm going to use the current extent here. And you can select between the PNG and the JPEG file, which I'm going to use the PNG here as a default, and tap OK. Now it will allow you to select between the different layers, the different layer you want to generate, and also the map extent. Also, you can select between the different storage, which, okay, I'm going to just store it as the map cache file here. And after that, if you finish it with it, you can simply tap on the Start Generating Cache, which you can also see the progress as a lower part of the screen. So now you can see, okay, this has been finished, and it will ask you if you want to add to the current map. I'm not going to add it. I'm going to open up a new map, new SuperGIS Desktop Windows to add in the cache file, which in this part I'm going to add in the layer, which is going to be within the map cache folder. So now you can see the layer, the map STC file I have just generated. Tap on the OK button. You will find out this will be the scale will be a little you can't see anything. So you have to enter the property here, the title here, and to open up all the layer you want to display. The default setting will only display the first layer, as you can see, and after that you can simply tap on the Apply button. I'm going to zoom in a bit. It's going to be too large. So now you can see this is the cache file I have generated. It is also only contains 4 different layers, the scale setting. So you can see, you can simply just to preview it with the SuperGIS Desktop, and also if because it will also generate the SCC file you can simply just place this in the map cache file here, and you can simply just publish a service exactly the same as the file name of your SCC file. So the map cache, that map service will ultimately use this SCC file automatically. Now we're going to back to our slide. So in today's lesson, we'll talk about the SuperGIS Server environment, which is very important that after you do the installation, so you have to verify different settings, including the IIS service, the Windows firewall, and also some of the security properties of the different folders. And also you have to do the post installation after you finish all the settings. And also we talk about how to manage the server by a convenient toolset, and to publish your own GIS map service with ease, which with the map web-based management tool, you can publish your own GIS map service and create the web application, which is a web pages with the Ultra, which is a JavaScript-based HTML web pages. And the final part, we talk about how to generate the cache map to meet the different demand. You can generate the cache map via the SuperGIS Server map cache tool, or by the SuperGIS Desktop Cache Generator. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, we're very welcome to contact us at www.supergeotech.com, or to email us at staff@supergeotech.com. Thank you for your attention, and welcome to, and also we're welcome you to view some of the other details about our product on our website, or to email us. Thank you.